Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the #1 team in the land, the LSU Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will put total weather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So LSU's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that the entire, not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better. The belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. You can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. With jet sweep pass. They'll knock him down at the 7. He got 4 on that one.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative. They're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Let's it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for the...
Fires a ball, now it's picked off.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up to... He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Daniels. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him on the ground, a 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to pass it on second down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! You have to wonder what the defense was thinking there. I mean, he just gassed them all by himself.
Well, and you think quarterback runs sometimes, but you can't think about it all the time. You got misdirection. There's so many things to look at. The quarterback can throw it. But when you got an athlete behind center that can do that, it's just frustrating. Too many things to try to stop.
He'll bring it out. It's Alchuk. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Sooner offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. A 3rd and long coming up here. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Sooners line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Sends it downfield. And he hauls it in at the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Fielded in the end zone. It's Alchuk. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time, the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
At the 20, he's got space. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive.
He's taking the shot. Makes a catch at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooners!
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, balls. Catches the football and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. LSU, 21, Oklahoma. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pulls it in. It's Daniels. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the ground, it's Durham. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. It's complete to the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Looking to throw it again. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and the defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive.
And the ball slipped out. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession.
What a lucky break.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. To the air, it's Gus Meyer. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Tigers are on the move. On the run, it's Durham. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
A strike downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Keeps looking downfield. Throws to the tight end. Got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing what?
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive right now. are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Burks. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. It's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. First down for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down with it.
Just masterful working that sideline. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. He'll pull it down and run. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Death Valley than you? A captivating game so far. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing. Consider.
And they got him for the sack. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Snowed under by the defense. And the Sooners want to move quickly. They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackle is made after the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D and easily picked that up.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Hawkins. They've got the screen set up. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Unloads it downfield. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty damn quickly.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Going deep. Touchdown LSU! And the pummeling has started.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Coming out with it, it's Ocha. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Ocha. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And first down for the offense.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground.
The ball carrier is the running back. Brought down at the 49. Brings up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Going over the top. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Tiger. And the punishment has been extended.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Getting. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
It's caught. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
I spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us, and apparently they live in the second world as this coach.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Ogchuk. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. A new set of downs after the completion.
And that's a 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. 2nd down coming up. Back to the air one more time. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front seven. They're able to fight off the blocks on that 3rd down screen play, make the tackle, now setting up 4th down.
The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll bring it back. It's Anderson. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They want to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Comes out throwing on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He wants a big play here late. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. When you get this deep in the season and that 0 is still in the lost column, that target on your back just gets bigger and bigger.
And some people handle it better than others. We've seen some teams melt late in the season, and we've seen other teams thrive on it and embrace it. So this team so far